Hey y'all, so in previous video, I posted some of my icks that I have for experiences I've had with college students. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you click on this comment right here so you can see the video. Now, while that video was designed for entertainment purposes, I do want to say that there's some meat, there's some nuggets, there's some information that y'all can really learn. There's some do's or don'ts, if you will, regarding what to do in those instances so that way your actions don't turn into an ick for someone else. So let's go over these one by one because I shared a total of 6 icks. Make sure you take some notes because this is going to be good. Going through these rapid fast. So ick number 1 was the student ignores emails and then they expect an instantaneous response when they finally send an email to their advisor, instructor, whoever it might be. Now, the reason why this could potentially be an issue for a student, for you as a student, is because the university's primary way of communication, any institution, is through email. And so you are expected as a student to be checking your email. So you have to understand that you should be checking it regularly. But what you also need to understand is that there is an appropriate amount of turnaround time before you can get a response. So you cannot expect for a person to respond to you within 3 seconds and send them 20 emails because they didn't respond to you when you wanted a response, right? Your lack of planning does not constitute anyone else's urgency. You got to make sure you plan appropriately. Ick number 2, I hit myself. Anyway, ick number 2 is when the student no-shows multiple advising appointments or appointments in any way, shape, or form, and then they schedule another appointment and then they no-show that one. That, of course, a don't is to make sure that you do not schedule appointments that you do not have capacity for. We know life be lifing for a lot of people, right? So if you don't have capacity, then ask if you could possibly do a virtual appointment, or if you don't have it, maybe do correspondence via email, but please don't waste the instructor or the advisor's time just because that time frame could definitely have been used for another student. And they don't get the opportunity to put another student in that appointment because they won't know you're not showing up until you don't show up. So just make sure you're mindful of that. If you don't have the time or capacity, hold off on the appointment, but don't wait too late because you don't want to penalize yourself for waiting too long. Number 3, when a student asks a question that's clearly in the syllabus, it's very clear if you ask a question about grading policy that is clearly laid out in the syllabus, it's very clear that you didn't read. And so that is definitely not going to be a good impression to leave with your instructor, especially if you're looking to maybe build a rapport and get a letter of recommendation down the line. You're not off to a great start. Make sure you read the syllabus and then ask follow-up questions. Don't just ask them to regurgitate what you should already know as standard in the syllabus. Number 4, taking advice from friends without consulting other university officials. Y'all, I can't tell you how many times it's got other people in trouble. Please, 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 please. You might get the information from them, trust, but verify. Make sure you confirm whatever they told you. Get it in writing from the university official before you take it as fact. Number 5, when a student misses your class and then asks if you missed anything important, the answer is yes. Everything that's covered in class is fair game, so everything that was discussed is important. So you really shouldn't handle that way. You should really talk to a friend or a classmate. Hey, I know I missed class. Can you share your notes with you? Are there any things that were notable about the class that I should be mindful of? Then follow up with your instructors for more information. Number 6, where a student lies on you, I'm going to save that for my story time coming up soon.